Welcome to a Rome 2 Total War Tournament, 2 versus 2, hosted by OBG, $600 prize pool. Today we have two teams going head to head in Besiege. Let me get the names up because I've forgotten them already. Attacking, we have the Team Olympians. That's their team name, the Olympians. As Epirus, we have Kos, and as the Incerberus, we have Ivan Charles. Defending today, we have Dragon Reborn, playing as the Nabateans, and Blue, playing as Armenia. We can't see the Armenians yet, because we're spectating from the point of view of the attackers. Currently it's 50-50 balance of power, and the defenders' team name is Reborn to Blob, Forced to Blue. Reborn to Blob, Forced to Blue versus the Olympians. Personally, I'm going to be a biased commentator today. A biased commentator. I want the Olympians to win. Reason being, they have a simpler name. It's a lot easier to say the Olympians rather than Forced to Blob Return to Blue, or whatever the hell it was. Yeah, so we got the Armenians there under control of Blue, and then Dragon Reborn here. This is Kos, and then over here in brown as the Incerberus we have Ivan Charles. The Rams are moving forwards, heading a bit more right early game, which is rare for us to see. It's usually a push here first, and then something might happen here later. But no, they're actually making the move here very early on, which is interesting. And the siege towers as well, also being used differently. Only one tower here. Usually we see the wall of siege towers here. Oh, they've made a breach here as well, okay. We're seeing something different in this battle, rather than the last one, which is good to see. The attackers are approaching it differently. And of course, after this battle, we'll watch it again, but flipped the other way. The current attackers will be defending, and the current defenders will be attacking. Are they going to do anything with this far? No. The defenders are holding down this bit of a tower as well. Well, some of them, yeah, some of them fell. Oh dear. Oh well, doesn't matter too much. It's just a cheap unit anyway. Yeah, so usually what we see sometimes, I don't know how often we see it. One strategy we usually see is the defender will pull units away from this tower to fight for this gatehouse and hold this choke point here. They'll hold this line here rather than this line here. However, it seems in this battle, they're pulling a bit further forwards. They want to actually try and contest this tower. Interesting move. I don't know if it will work for them. But of course this tower will get neutralised very early on, so I don't know to what extent it's actually going to work. And I really don't know what the point is here of these siege towers. Usually players have them here to block the double towers, but they're not using them for that. Yes! You know what I saw there. I had to zoom in on it. Well done to the attackers there. So many free kills. That's like 100 kills there. On just like silly little ram stuff alone. Although that unit got absolutely butchered by the arrow fire. It wasn't the tower fire, it was arrows coming from over the walls. Yeah, the Nabatian heavy archers doing such a good job. Yeah, but as I was saying, the siege towers are good at forming a wall here. As you can see, you know, they're blocking this tower fire with the siege tower. But that's going to burn down soon. Whereas these, they're not blocking anything. I thought maybe they're going to bring them more this way, have a bit more of a push on this side. But no, we're not actually seeing that, which is weird. Oh, you can cycle through stuff. Or could this tell me when the general's dead? Rather than having to hover over units. But then again, it doesn't show it for all four factions, does it? No, so this is if I just want to look at a guy with a mustache. You know what, I'll keep it on the units, I think. Also, they all have their own faces when you hover over them. So if I hover over the Axeman there, and then we click on that, then it doesn't work. Alright. It's a Rome 2 feature, I don't expect it to work. I don't know what that is all about. Alright, either way, the infantry are pushing through now. The Nabateans trying to hold. But Epirus have got a good foothold in here with their spearmen. They've neutralised the towers, so that's not going to be shooting at them anymore. We've got a good round of javelins in there as well, throwing them as they're charged. And that unit's going to get caught off guard. Yeah, Epirus are getting a good foothold in this. But they're not pushing for the other routes yet. They're just leaving them open. The defender has to keep troops back here to deal with it. Oh, interesting. So they're actually using this siege tower here to get onto the wall, and that's neutralised this tower pretty much. Yeah, oh, it's about to neutralise that tower. Have they also destroyed the gate? Yes, so they can charge him through the gate as well. Okay, very aggressive on the walls so far by these two players. Interesting move. But they're not using it to its fullest extent. They're not charging him from all directions. I would really like to see a big push this way. See what the players can do with that. That would be interesting. Meanwhile, though, the defenders bringing more troops in, and we're getting a lot of javelin kills here. That's probably about 20 on javelin kills from just this angle alone. Either going to get another round in. Yeah, here we go. Boom, loads more kills. Well, actually, I think it was only one more kill. But they really didn't do that much damage there, to be honest. More javelins coming in this way. Looks like they missed a lot of their shots there. And the Nabateans are breaking. Okay, interesting. They're using their... Oh, they got some friendly fire. They're using their siege towers as siege towers. This is so rare to see. Usually they just use them as a wall of their own to block missile fire. Yeah, but we've got to be careful here because some of their arrows firing over the wall were hitting these units here. I think he died from that. So yeah, they've got to be careful, but they've now got their levies up here, these javelinmen, and they're going to get a lot of easy kills, taking advantage of that high ground there. These archers firing over the walls as well, not getting many kills, but I'm sure it will add up over time and eventually be worth it. These levies are going to charge through, they're going to do absolutely nothing. They've just been there to carry the rams. They're going to get absolutely butchered, aren't they? Yeah, there's nothing left of them. The morale is low. They've got some javelins in, but that's probably the best we'll see them do at this point. They're going to charge in and they're going to get slaughtered. Although they're going to take out some Nabateans with them, but the armoured unit is going to go completely unharmed, basically. To be honest, they're doing a lot better than I expected. I thought these guys would get slaughtered. Okay, there we go. Now they've broken. They're going to charge through the gate they've opened. But most of them sadly did not make it. Oh, Epirus breaking here for javelin fire. Probably been a bit too much. And we're getting their troops reformed over here, ready to make a push, but they've got a lot of spearmen to cut through. It's going to take a very long time for them to get this way. Which is why I think a push round here, push through this gatehouse, say neutralise and then capture this tower, would be a much better play. But oh well, maybe not. They're fighting on the gatehouse still. Yeah, coming up here from the siege tower. What kills have they got? They're actually struggling against these Nabatean spearmen. Yeah, they're going to be fighting up here for a while. They're trying to bring some more reinforcements in there. They really don't want their enemies to recapture this tower. Because if the defenders get this tower activated again, it's going to start shooting from all sides. They don't have any siege towers really in position to block the fire. So it's going to be quite deadly. But as long as they keep having units over here to keep it neutralised, the attackers should be fine. And yeah, they can keep firing over the walls with their own archers, getting kills gradually over time. And slowly push their way into the city. The balance of power is ticking in their favour. And the Nabateans are starting to break as well, just making it even easier for the attackers here. But are they going to be able to push through this side? I don't think so. I think the defenders have this side locked down. Actually, that being said, this tower here can shoot. They've got full control over that tower. And that shooting in, that's going to get kills. It's not that much so far. But these kills are going to add up over time. It's going to do a lot of damage to this unit, and it's going to speed up the process at which we can actually charge through here. Plus all of this archer fire as well coming in. Yeah, it's just ticking away at the hit points little by little, but in the long run I think it's actually going to do a lot of damage. I think what the defenders need to do is pull back and hold at this choke point instead, or maybe hold this choke point and then this one to, like, you know, get some form of a surround on fighting two flanks, because look at the kills they're getting here. This unit is facing the wrong way. Because they're facing the other way, they're getting absolutely butchered by any arrow fire that hits them. Oh, such a big mistake by the defenders here. They're losing so many men unnecessarily. And then in comes another wave. Alright, they're shooting more at these ones now though, so it's not done a bit too bad. That being said, though, more troops are coming up onto the walls. Mercenary Rhodian slingers are up here, and we saw how powerful these are last time. Last time we saw a unit of these up on the walls, it got 300 kills from their missiles alone. They're currently on 0 kills. This first round comes in, shooting that way I think, and they're already on 10 kills. Yeah, why are they shooting at that one? I think that unit's much better to shoot at, because they're facing the other way. Alright, I think they're actually shooting at the archers instead. Yeah, getting them out of here. Oh, that must be a terrifying sight though. Seeing all these rocks flying from the sky. Yeah, they're on like 34 kills already. Such a deadly unit. Deadly unit, deadly position. You can't let your enemy get set up there. What we saw in the last battle. I was going to say what we saw in the last battle is the defenders kept some units back here, put them on the walls and then they chased them down, but they can't do that because they can't get onto this wall. This was so smart. I loved the positioning of this ram here because it allows them to do so much damage from up here. I do like that. Looks like we've got another ram coming round. Towers still neutralised, they're pushing through the gatehouse where still trying to take the wall side, but these spearmen are doing such a good job at holding. They're being really difficult to kill here. Still trying to push them back here, but the defenders, why are you still here? Why are you still there? Why are you still here? This tower has got so many kills against them. And I think that's going to be what wins it here for the attackers. It's just the positioning of the defenders. They're wide open here. They're wide open here, getting taken out by the towers, getting taken out by the Cretans. Although, to be honest, credit to the attackers as well. They made a breach here which made this position so much easier to get. And yeah, all of these other breaches as well have forced the defenders to have to pull troops back to defend, and do the defenders notice this? It's on 62%, some units have fallen, they don't notice it. They don't notice, and that's going to be another entire unit completely wiped off. It is just a cheap peasant unit though, so it's not much of a loss, but still it's 100% slaughtered there. You can't be doing those mistakes in these tournaments. Such a shame. And yeah, the Olympians now pushing more troops onto the walls, pushing more troops this way. The towers are still shooting, the Cretans are still shooting. Do I dare look how many kills? It's got to be like 150 at this point. 134. 134 kills on those Cretans. And they stretch all the way down here as well, getting so many hits in. Oh, just so unfortunate for the defenders there. I wonder, so they must have lost about 100 men from this tower, 150 pretty much from these Cretans up here, and still counting. Yeah, just the positioning was not right for them here. They should have pulled back earlier. I don't know what you can do against this wall though. The attacker is in such a strong position, if they want to get a missile unit up here, and it will do so much devastation. The counter, if you can get units up here, that is a good counter. If not, you need a couple of archers here, aiming constantly up here, ready to shoot, in my opinion. And that way that should scare them off doing anything like that. Because they're just getting so many kills. Like, look at this unit here, getting completely battered by constant Cretan archer fire. Oh, Rhodian slingers, sorry. It's pretty much the same thing. Both do a lot of damage. They're on 193 kills. In the last one we saw them get 300. Can they beat the record of 300? For Rhodian slingers on the walls. Big cav charge here from Epirus. Charging through the swordsman and yeah, just knocking them all over. Getting 31 kills here. Although they are going to lose a lot of men now to the arrow fire, but I still think it was worth it, especially at this stage in the battle. I think it's looking really good for the attackers, so you can risk just throwing cav charges in there to speed things up a bit. And the Novatian Spearman unit, it defended that gatehouse pretty much since the start of the battle, and they are now routing. They're about to break. They're completely exhausted. They've still got another Axeman unit to take out here, but eventually this gatehouse will tick, I think, in favour of the attackers, and they're still stood here. They are still stood here getting hit by the tower. I think this is the second unit they've brought in, and look, they've been almost completely wiped out, only 40 kills. These guys here, 205 kills, and they've still got 70 men left in the squad. This one, 108 kills, still got 80 men in the squad. Yeah, the defenders here just could not hold. Was it the faction pick? What did they go for? Nabatians and Macedon? No, sorry. Nabatians and the Armenians versus the Insurbers and Epirus. The Nabatians is not one I usually see, especially in sieges. As for the Armenians, we usually see the Armenians, but it's the Nabatians that have been over on this side pretty much, and they've been losing most of the men. They are trying to push out here with their archers, but they're just going to get run down by the cavalry. That's not going to work for them. I don't think there's anything the defenders can do at this point, but pray for the general kill. And I don't think they're going to get that. Cretans on 260 kills up here. Do they still have ammo? Okay, the defenders might be in luck. The Cretans might have run out of ammo. Yeah. They made it to 260 though, or 259. Well done to them. And I guess it's quite a cheap unit as well. A unit of Rhodian mercenaries. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they cost more because they're mercenaries. I don't know. And then 145 on those Cretans there, 91 on those Cretans. Let's compare it to the Nabatian archers. Oh wait, we can't, they're all dead. Okay, there's some here. Alright, 121 there. 105, 12. Still, it favours the attackers, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Trying to neutralise the tower here, but they've got no units. That unit's done a break. So yeah, actually they did neutralise the tower, but they are now done a rout, so the attackers can just march in, so the defenders can just march in there and retake it, so that's all fine for them. But they're still stood here, still getting hit at by that stupid tower in the corner. And there we go, they've broken, they're sending another unit in there, and that's just going to get shot at as well, isn't it? Yep, and then the tower keeps shooting and that's going to break them. We've got more units coming up here. Some Cretans now. If they've got ammo, they're going to do a lot more damage. Whew. Not looking good for the defenders here. You can tell by the balance of power. Quick look at the tactical map. Whoopsie. Yeah, it's just all falling apart. Once they break through this, they can push through, take the plaza, surround them. It's over. as a commentator, I've got to try and, like, you know, keep it live, keep it interesting. Like, they could still come back if they do this, but no, it's over at this point. Sometimes you just have to admit it's over. Their general has completely broken there, so he's probably died. Actually survived it for the time being, but it did break. All generals still alive, which is a miracle at this point, especially for the defenders. They've got cataphracts, but they're not using them. It's like they should have used this unit earlier, charging in and they're breaking. The general cataphract unit has only one loss, and they are routing. Even they know it's over. I can just triple speed this to the end. That was an easy win for the attackers there. Well done to them. Let's see the KDs. Hopefully it shows the stats. But yeah, well done to them there. And look at that. 1,600 losses, 2,000 kills. 1,000 losses, 1,650 kills. That was so good by the attackers there. Right then, let's take a look. So, Case is blue, by the way. I go by their Discord names. 217 there. Okay, so this is Epirus, isn't it? Yes, where are the Rhodian slingers? I'm so confused, unless... Oh, sorry, that's just a little Rome 2 bug. It's Rome 2, it's full of bugs. 259, 136, 145, doing so well with the missile units. The X-Men doing okay. The cavalry, not getting much of a chance, really. Cavalry, you know, it depends if it gets the chance. I didn't even see the Greek ballista in this battle. And then Ivan Charles here. Yeah, his swordsman doing well. Getting a lot of kills and taking very few losses here. These Gallic elder swordsmen. Good. The Dragon Reborn here has the innovations. His archers did well. Everything else seemed mediocre at best. And then the Armenians say you can't be having archer units getting 0 kills. A defender with a full squad of archers completely wiped out, 0 kills. I don't even know how that happens. Surely you should get at least 1 round of shots in. At least. Ah, I hope I'm not coming across as mean. But, you know, when the slaughter's this big, we gotta acknowledge it. Alright then, on to the second battle. They're gonna switch sides now. And here we go, they have switched sides. So Kos, who played Epirus in the last one, is now playing as the Cimmeria. Yes, okay, so it's this blue one here, the dark blue. Ivan Charles, who played the Incerberus, is now Pontus here, and they are representing the Olympians. Dragon Reborn is playing as Macedon, he was the Novations in the last one. And Blue, also known as Case on Steam, is playing as Massalia, the Numidian faction. He played Armenia in the last battle. And they are representing the team Reborn to Blob, Forced to Blue. Great name. So yeah, switch sides now. Can the defenders go up 2-0 in this group play? Or are they gonna have it balanced out somewhat at 1-1? Balance of power is right now in favour of the attackers, which the attackers do need going into a siege, because generally speaking, defenders do have the advantage. Because of, you know, natural. Just read Sun Tzu. The defender has the advantage. And they're charging out with a swordsman unit early on. Now, I've commentated a lot of these Rome 2 battles. Usually I don't actually like this. Usually it gets completely slaughtered. And I'm assuming it's going to be the same case here. I don't know what they're going to gain out of this. So they've charged into the Macedonian fallback swordsman. It's a mercenary Celtic warrior unit. And they've already lost 10 men, killed 6. I just can't see it working for them, and I don't know what the plan is here. Breaches are being made in the walls. Anything else happening on the sides? We've got a cav out over here. That could do some fancy charges later. They've made their breach, and they're also holding the front as well. Interesting. They might pull back later though. Yeah, I usually prefer to see the strategy where they pull back and hold this bit, and then they hold this bit here, rather than holding this bit. Usually when you hold this bit, you're gonna get slaughtered, from what I've seen so far in my commentaries of this tournament. And what's happened over here? Yeah, it's not really been worth it. I mean, I guess you're getting some archer kills as well, which you got to consider. Yeah, pull them inside. I don't think that was worth it. Lost about 50 men there, got 30 kills. I guess you would have bought some time for the towers and the archers to shoot, but I don't think it's worth it. Have they done a charge again? I think they are. Maybe it's to try and slow down the siege towers. Yeah, it's got to be something like that. But I don't know if it's really going to work. I don't know if it's worth losing such a unit like this for this. And what are they even doing? Can they even charge through the siege tower? So they're inside the siege tower here. Are they able to get kills in here so they can glitch their way through it? So stupid. Some guys are flanking around. He's gonna get slaughtered. What's that, 1v4? There we go, yeah. He got taken down and then we just casually walked away. So casual with their walk. And then another one died there. Right, they had to pull back. Yeah, what was the purpose in fact? You got 0 kills. You might have slowed down the siege tower, but so what? Oh, they're charging out with another unit as well. The hillmen. And they just get run down by cavalry. You know what? I was trash talking the attackers, the defenders in the last one. But now they've switched round, I think, you know. Now it's them who's messing up, the defenders who's messing up with this. I wasn't trash talking, but I was being a realist. And now I've got to be realistic. The other way, this is just bad defence. I just see time after time again in battles that I commentate, they try this move, and I do like to see it because it adds a bit of excitement at the start, but it never works. I've never seen it work. I don't know, if anyone wants to comment down below why I am an idiot and explain to me what the actual purpose of that is, please do, but I just don't see the purpose in it. I do like this unit though with the orange capes. I really want capes to come back into fashion. I'd love to have a cape. But nah, they're out of fashion apparently, so yeah, everyone refuses to get me one. And people refuse to be seen with me if I have a cape. Arrow's getting some good shots in there. Yeah, we've got to pull them out because the archers from here were getting some good hits in. Alright, that's a little bit better for them, but then the javelins come in. Oh, that was devastating. We're about to see another round of javelins. We've got that high ground. To be fair, they are able to return fire with the javelins, but this is gonna be devastating here. A slave infantry charge in there. Okay, they're not firing their javelins in, they're saving their ammo, they're pushing forwards. The slaves are getting cut down. Yeah, they're not gonna hold. At least they know to keep a unit up here, so that you don't have any like Rhodian slingers getting up here or anything like that, because we know they can be deadly. This unit's still out here. Alright, now they've broken randomly. Yeah, that's why you don't have them out there. They did so little, it wasn't worth it. Cav unit on the far flank over here. I'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on that, sorry. Got hiccups. My throat is already dying, and I'm only on essentially replay 2. So I'll do one more recording today. Let's zoom in on this. So that's 3 replays total today, and then my voice needs a rest. I'll have to take some soothers. Because it just starts to die. Blah, 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 blah. Holding out, much better over here now. I think pulling back just a little bit was the right move. Yeah, because you don't want those archers firing over. These siege towers can probably move a little further forwards to definitely capture more of those arrows, because right now this unit here is just getting taken out by the towers. And it's unnecessary, you don't need to be losing these men to the tower fire. Yeah, see, so many wasted kills. If I just move their siege towers a little further this way, you completely avoid that. The cav unit on the flank there, the ballistas here. What's the ballista doing? It's on 105 kills. Out of ammo now, I'm assuming. But it's been shooting into the city. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, the ballista is still firing. Not getting any kills there though. Sorry about this if my voice is dying, but my throat is absolutely fried right now. The archers trying to get some kills in over the top to provide covering fire for their troops. I don't think it's gonna work. What's this unit up here doing? Are they coming down with these troops? I think they are. But then again, they don't see much of a threat here. I don't think the attackers are showing any sign of bringing a siege tower all the way around over here, putting units up here to shoot down. I think it's safe now to assume, well, that it's safe. You don't need units up here. An archer unit coming up here instead, and yep, they're going to get a lot of kills, I think. Look at them, they're climbing down. They look like ants, in a way. And they're moving this siege tower here, but it does also create a gap in a way, which you don't want. Unless they're... Oh, I think they're going to try dock onto the wall here. Is that the plan? Are they docking on the walls? I don't know. Let's zoom in over here for now. But I'll keep an eye on that. It does look like the attackers are slowly pushing their way through, but the defenders are bringing in reinforcements. It's too difficult to decide right now, but that is some good javelin shots there. Boom, yes, so many kills, wonderful. Ah, oh, but another, oh, they just keep it coming. I love that. Javelins in the side. Oh, their reload time is fantastic. And yet that actually breaks the unit there. And that breaks another unit as well. And suddenly for the attackers it all falls apart. They have docked up here. The archers got down in time though, it seems. And they're going to neutralise this gatehouse. Oh, that is such a good move for them. Could have done this earlier, I think. But it's a good move. They might even get this gatehouse onto their side, which would be devastating for the defenders. If that happens, the defenders will have to pull back all the way to this line here. But then they're not going to get any good surrounds in. It might even be best at that point if they abandon this plaza here. No, to be honest, they could easily retake it. Yeah, so this tower is now working for the attackers. It's shooting into the defender's line. So the defender, they could of course retreat, but if anything I think they need to push forwards. They need to retake this to at least neutralise it. Yeah, because right now they're just losing men unnecessarily. This was a bad move, another bad move for the defenders. But it seems like they've finally got in here, they've neutralised it. They might even bring some troops up onto the walls. Yeah, I think that's a smart play, and try and chase them off it. Meanwhile, the attackers here are starting to push through. The defenders have a unit breaking, but so do the attackers. It's just a back and forth melee slaughter. What's that Rome Total War soundtrack called? Melee Cafe, that's what we're seeing right now. A melee cafe, just serving up slaughtered units with stab wounds. Here's the tactical map, as I know some people prefer this. Yeah, so you can see the gatehouse here. They should retake it, I think. It's just one unit up here. They're surrounded on multiple fronts. Get some arrow fire in there, then they should be fine. And this is, when you see it on the tactical map, it looks in favour of the defenders. It looks like they've got it under control. But the attackers have noticed the cav unit. They know something's up, they know there's something back here. But what's interesting is, that's only one cav unit for the defender there. And how many troops are they bringing back to deal with this? 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. Infantry, the generals, the archers, who could be over here, landing arrow shots in, providing a morale boost. Instead, they're all the way back here, trying to scout for this unit, and I don't think they see it. I think they saw it for a second when it crossed over here. Are the players doubting themselves now? You cannot doubt yourself in this. Push for the high ground with at least one cav unit to get the visual. I do really like this map though. I like how the mountains work to allow the defenders to sneak around like this. Really good map. Are they... Are they killing this unit? Yeah, they sort of are. What kills is this done? So they've lost 25 men, they've killed 20. These guys here lost 60, killed 66. But, you know, some of those kills and losses could have been from other units and arrow fire. I think the defenders will beat this unit. And retake the gatehouse, but now that I'm looking at this, whose side are they on there? That's Macedon. But is that the same unit as that one? Yeah, alright, that's the same unit. There's just some units that are a little bugged and staying behind, okay. I was going to say, if the attackers start pulling up more units this way, then, you know, maybe the gatehouse might swing the other way. Oh, Macedon losing a unit there. The 4-axe swordsmen, they are very valuable units. They get a lot of kills. Bringing their archers up onto the walls now. They see the Macedonian general nearby. Maybe they're thinking of getting an easy snipe onto him. Meanwhile, the cav unit for the defenders is all the way over here. I think they've pulled it a little too far round now. It's very tired, so it needs like... It's gonna take like 10 minutes until it actually does something, I think. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna pay off. Such a shame. I'd like to see it pay off. I'd like to see it like come in clutch at the end and win the battle. But I don't think it will. I think the battle might have a chance of being over by the time it gets here. Because you've got to remember, it can get in position in time, but it's gonna be, it is exhausted. So it needs to stop here. Yeah, stop just here, have a breath, have a breather, get fresh again, and then move up here, and then charge in. That's what you need to do. Where are these archers shooting then? Are they going for the general? They don't have a shot on the general. The general's pulled away. Alright, they're slingers, and they're shooting instead at these guys. Are they also slingers? Light missile infantry. I think they're javelin men then, but I think they're out of javelins. Yeah, they're having to pull back now. They're tired of taking those losses. And meanwhile, on the gate here, how is this Macedonian unit holding out? They're on 105 kills, but down to the final 40 men. And they're just wildly outnumbered over here. So yeah, the defenders should retake the gate. Is this really worth it? Those javelins? I don't think it is, because you didn't get friendly fire in that against the orange caped guys. And there we go. Macedon is done a break. And are the attackers bringing any more troops up here? No, they're not. Okay, there we go. So the gatehouse should go back now to the defenders, and then that can continue shooting at basically whatever. Does it have a shot in there? It does have a shot in for those. And meanwhile on the front, the defenders are just holding out here. The attackers cannot break through. And I think this is a big problem. We're not seeing enough creativity by them. They're just trying to flood all of their troops through this one choke point here and hope that their infantry can do it. This is not how you win sieges, I don't think. You win sieges by having a siege tower over here and putting Rhodian slingers here. By making a breach here so that the defender can't bring troops round this way. By using your ballista to take out one of these towers if you're not going to push and neutralise it. By actually using this siege tower maybe and maybe using these rams here to make more breaches to force the defender to have to pull troops back. That's how I think you win on the offensive pushes. But instead they're just pushing everybody into this choke point, and I don't think that's going to work. How many kills has this ballista got? 29? Yeah, not much. And the giant ballista, 127. Right, that's doing well. Do they see that cav unit yet? I don't think they do. Right, they are winded. I think you still need it to have a bit of a breath though. A bit of a breath though. Like, you know, wait. It's tired now. Your charge is going to have very little effect when the unit is tired. But they're charging in anyway, going for the general. If they can, that's the skirmisher general. So if they can hit that unit there, they're going to do so much damage. Imagine you're the defender, you'll be focusing over here, pulling units back and forth, trying to pull out the exhausted ones. So they could be about to be caught off guard here if they don't notice. It's a 2v2, I know they're talking to each other on the Discord, and okay, now it's been seen. Okay, so now, another mistake by the defender here. Now they realise, well, my unit's too tired, so I can't even charge this unit here, really. And I've been seen now, so it's just, okay, so, but no, it's there. Do I send it back in the settlement now? Like, what do you even do at this point? Yeah, now you've just got to sit here, with the attacker knowing you're here for the next 5 minutes or so as you get back to fresh again. What they should have done is been completely fresh when they were hidden here. Here, I'm sure they're fine here. And then when they're fresh, they're charging. If they don't get seen, good. You hit the skirmishers in the back, you wipe out the Numidian general. If you do get seen, you're a fresh cav unit, just charge in. Charge in instead for the companion cavalry. You'll have the numbers, you'll be still pretty much fresh. You can cut them down and then you'll cut down the Macedonian general. Either way, it's a win-win, but you have to be fresh. You can't charge in too early. So unfortunate to see that waste there, and now that Macedonian unit is breaking. I think the defenders should still have this, despite their many mistakes of, you know, messing up with that cavalry there, charging out early. They've made mistakes, but because the attacker is only interested in one choke point here, flooding through one route, I think they might win it. So neither side is really winning by strategy in this battle, I don't think. Which seems mean to say. It's more that they're winning by the other side's mistakes. And yeah, now it's just a melee fight here. I do like these uniforms though. The yellow and bronze going with the black. What is this unit here? Very heavy melee infantry. Oh, I mean, sorry. Desert Legionaries. They do look cool. And the defenders here just doing so well at holding out. Like you can see it here, the attackers are just getting nowhere. And we're well over halfway into the battle now, but the defenders are charging out again. Now is the time in the battle where you can start considering charging out and doing stuff like this, I think. Oh, that siege tower's setting on fire. Is it gonna fully burn down? Yeah, that's gonna fall down. Yeah, so now they can justify this, but I don't know if it's gonna work for them. And this is really good for the defenders, because now the attackers cannot bring any more troops onto this tower. So it's fully clear. That's good for them. Oh, the cav unit, it's coming in. They haven't noticed. They haven't noticed. Right, they are exhausted though, but they're going to hit the Numidian general in the back. Can they get him killed? Come on, kill this general here. Right, then they charge onto the archers, and the attackers still don't notice. Okay, they've picked up on it now. They're bringing the cavalry in. The defender is like, okay, I've done enough damage, let me pull out of this. He did so much damage there. Didn't kill the general there. Unlucky. Didn't kill the general. Now he's been caught. Now he's exhausted as well, so he's done a break. But I can't help but thinking, if he was just fresh, and maybe a bit earlier, could he have killed that Numidian general there? I think he possibly could have done. Still alive though, somehow. Still fighting on the field here. He got 50 kills with this cav unit, which I'd say is good enough. Just a shame he didn't get the general there. Yes, I think that was a bit of a waste overall, but it was good to see. Should have been handled better overall. And the orange capes, guys, the noble infantry, they've broken these Thoros spears. Their general has to charge in here, the Macedonian general charging into spearmen. And the general breaks from that. Did the general die? General died from that. And that's tragic for the attackers, because Macedon has so much infantry left, who are now going to have to fight with an infantry morale debuff. Oh, that is awful for them to go through. They should never have charged that. I don't know why they charged it. Yeah, so that's why you charge out. Mid to late battle, charging out like that can work, because you can get a snipe on a general. But early game, I don't think it works. Yeah, and you can keep this unit out here now. Because what is the threat? There isn't one. Now you can just chase down these archers instead. Do the defenders have all of their generals? Yep. Yeah, it's just the Macedonian general dead, and the defenders are still holding their position. They're bringing their cavalry out now to chase down these archers. Bringing more units out of the city. Yeah, this is fully in the defenders' favour, although balance of power is still 50-50. When you look at it on the tactical map, it looks so clearly in the defenders' favour. So maybe it's not as certain as I think it is. I don't know. But let's say the attackers can still pull this back here. The balance of power seems to believe in them, seems to think they've got something up their sleeve. Let's see what that is, but right now, these two units here for the attackers are done a break. As the defenders, yeah, just charging out here. Then they're done a charge for these ones as well. Probably done a break for them, or they might go for the archers and then the general instead. There's nothing the attackers can do. It's just all infantry over here. They're not going to be able to save the general in time. Those arrow shots did nothing. That's another cav charge into those archers. They're dead now. The spearmen will eventually arrive, but then they're going to cut straight through and go for the general. Oh, the poor defenders here. Although this is the Pontic general that they're fighting with here, so the attackers could at least kill the Pontic general after all of this. But it seems like the general survives for now, and he seems to pull out alive. Can they kill the Numidian general? General versus general here. Or is he done a pull out? Yeah, he's pulling out. He's going for the ballista instead. The Numidian general lives, and the Pontic general lives as well. But I still think that went in favour of the defenders there. And then meanwhile here, yeah, this archer unit, it's going to get cut down. They cannot hold it. They're done a break. Balance of power still 50-50 though. As for Pontic cavalry, ooh, they take a few hits there, but they do charge the ballista. And there they go, they take out the ballista. And they're still only pushing through this one choke point. How many bodies have piled up in all of this? Well done to the defenders though for holding it out. Yeah, they definitely made the right move then by holding the front. If your opponent is going to only make this one breach here, or one breached area, then yeah, sure, just hold this region here and you should win. The Pontic general pulling round this way now. He's going to get back into the city. He's going to be fine. He survived it, so well done to him. That was definitely worth it for Pontus there. Really worked out for them. Could have gone bad if they lost their general, but nah, it was fine. They knew the risks when they charged out. And Macedon tried to throw more troops in here, but they've got a dead general. They're all pushing through the same choke point. They're being hit by missiles. I just don't know what they can do. And then yeah, just a load more missiles come in, then they get charged. They are steady right now, but they're going to start wavering at any moment. These guys are still chasing down the general, so they're just going to exhaust themselves. Chasing down the general. Balance of power starting to tick in favour of the defenders now. It's starting to catch up and realise what's happening. Where is the Numidian general? Right, pushing to the front now. Kind of where you want him, actually. Where he should have been from the start, providing that morale boost for your troops nearby. But still, I think we're going for the ram now. The Pontic's general should get inside safe, so he is fine. They're going for the ram, it seems. They're going to get shot at by this tower though, so that's just even more losses. 3 kills for the defender here. Yeah, they're going for the ram. A breach could actually be interesting here, but they've got a lot of other units to deal with. It's too little too late, and especially when they're going to forget about the unit. Come on, move the unit. Nope, never mind. Yeah, too little too late. If I did this earlier, they could have had a lot more units around here. They could have done so much more damage, but nah. Alright, and now they're giving up on it. Yeah. They see the archers coming round, the tower's getting kills, so now they're done a retreat, but now they're getting shot at in the back by the tower, so they just take even more losses. And this gatehouse as well, been shooting over here since pretty much all game. There was a small brief period when it was neutralised or captured by the attackers, but no, it's still firing. And what we see by successful attackers is they neutralise that tower very early on, whereas the attackers in this one just haven't had any of that. Okay, they did neutralise it somewhat early on with this siege tower push, but they only had 1 unit up there. You need more units pushing into that. Maybe make a breach here. If they had a breach here, we could have seen a different story. More units could have pushed through and pushed for that gatehouse. Imagine if they used these siege towers here, or these rams. Could have done so much more over there. And is this unit moving back? Are they actually moving back to the ram now? Have they changed their minds again? Or is this just a march? Are they on parade right now? Parading the streets, expecting victory? I don't know what they're doing with them. Does everyone still have their general? I think so. I'd be very surprised if another general's died. And they're coming out with another archer unit now. Surely it's got to be over. There's no way the attackers can push through this. Yeah, just look at it on the tactical map. There's no way they're going to break through. They've not broken through at any point in this game. They're not going to do it now. Especially how fresh some of these units are looking. This unit here, 91 kills, 4 losses. That's such a good unit. And then they're getting javelins in on the side as well. More 3 kills for them. Doing really well here. Well done to the defenders, the Olympians. Okay, now they're pushing the ram forwards. Now we're seeing it. Pushing their tortoise forwards. But then they've got archers there to deal with. Then they've got the tower as well. And it's only 1 unit. It is a legionary though. Big shields. So they should be somewhat alright from the missile fire. But they really need more units over here if this is going to work. Yeah, they'll make the breach. They'll probably neutralise this tower. They might... No, they're not going to capture it. And it's too late now. The defenders are now in a position where they can bring more troops in this way. And then even if they do charge in, they've still got this... Oh, sorry, I thought the Pontic cavalry was still out here. Where's that cav unit gone? Alright, that's back in the city. Either way, they've still got that unit to deal with. Are they actually not going to charge in? Are they too scared of it? You can't... you can't come all this way. To pull back. To come all this way again. To then retreat. No, you gotta go in now. Yeah, just charge in there. It's over. But at least go out like the hero, I guess. Go out fighting. On your own terms, on your own chosen battlefield. They're gonna get butchered though. Meanwhile, over here, yeah, the defenders doing such a good hold. I've got an arch unit out here fighting in melee as well, just cleaning up the mess, taking out the other missile units. Have they actually made another breach? Is that what all that smoke is? Yeah, now they make another breach here. Again, it's too late. There's only 1 minute left of this battle. The archers are fighting in melee, the towers are shooting. The spearmen charging. This is pretty much a fresh spearman unit as well. 180 kills. and only 16 losses. We've neutralised the tower though. Oh, but it keeps on ticking in favour. I think it's literally this one Legion here neutralising the tower. Once he dies, the tower goes back to the defenders. This is actually such an important unit. Well, not really, because it's over. But, you know, if they were making a bit more of a push this way as well, that would have been an important unit. But no, he's about to get killed. Reinforcements come in. The step archers here. Yeah, I would just throw them in at this point. There we go. They're retaking this tower now. That unit's breaking. The tower's going to shoot at them soon. And then what do they have left? Literally nothing left. There we go. Well done to the defenders there. Koss and Ivan Charles. Well done to them. And good, we get to see the stats. Even KD here for Pontus. The Ballista though, almost getting 200 kills. That's good. Nothing else really standing out. And then for... what are they called again? The Cimmerians, aren't they? Yeah, Cimmeria here. These were the orange capes guys. They got a lot of kills. Good. So not only do they look cool, but they fight cool. Good to know. 260 on them. Their archers did okay as well. The pelters did well. Their cav did alright. Oh yeah, that was the one that went on the crazy flank, wasn't it? Yeah. And then meanwhile over here, for the Numidians, their shieldmen did well, overall with kills. Yeah, but nothing is standing out. Like, compared to the other side here, where they're in the 200s. Everything's pretty much even at the 200 apart from this one. And then Macedon here, that archer unit did well. But when you have Cretans and Rhodian slingers, we've seen what they can do in a battle. They should get at least 100 kills each. Maybe 200 if you can get one on the wall. 200 plus. But nah, they've just not used these to their maximum effect. The infantry just didn't hold out. I've seen these 4-max swordsmen get 200 kills before, just nowhere near in this battle. Unfortunate. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to take part in future tournaments like this, mostly Rome 2 battles, but I think there's talk of them expanding to other games, then just join the Discord linked down below, and you could be in a tournament like this with a chance to win $600, because that is the prize pool. So join the Discord if you are interested. But anyway, for now, hope you enjoyed, and until the next one, goodbye.